Hi Shiva.
Yeah, hi sir.
So you are showing the Flask application Docker image in this demo, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
You please explain the PPT first.
Okay. So today the requirement is a developer needs the Flask application by Docker image. So how he can access the Docker image from the Docker hub. So we can able to show the solution part now. So first of all, so this is the introduction about the Flask. So Flask is a web framework basically. So it provides you with all the required tools as well as libraries and technologies so that allow you to build a web application. So first of all, this is our about Flask. So Flask is an API also in Python that allows us to build web applications as well. So Flask application is an instance of the Flask class. So this is the basic one. So everything about the application such as configuration as well as URLs will be registered in the particular class. So we can access from this Flask class. So Flask simplifies the life of a developer while giving them the ability to use extensions and make the applications scalable as well as maintainable at any time. Okay, so let's go to. So this is the typical Flask application architecture with the Redis image. Okay, um, so I'm going to do the solution part. These are the tasks I need to perform now. So first I need to launch one EC2 server so that let's go to our AWS console. Okay, so let's increase the size, console size. Okay, so these are the tasks first of all. So first we need to launch one EC2 server. Then we need to install Docker and Docker Compose in the EC2 server. So next I need to make one directory, and in that directory I am creating the required files to uh, up as the application. So next I need to execute the Docker commands as well. So to create the container, Redis container, then I can access the web page by using a public IP port number. So at last I need to upload the image into Docker Hub so that another developer can access the Docker that Redis image from the Docker Hub by using the credentials. So this is the one. So let's go to our task one. So for the task one is about launch EC2. So let's go to our AWS console. So click on launch instance. So I'm going with these options launch instance, and I'll select Ubuntu server, then select T2 micro instance type, and I will go with all configuration details about storage and tag name and security group, then launch the EC2. So these are the steps I'm following now. So now give the name, server name. So let's give Docker 1. So I need to select OS, select Ubuntu. I need to select version also. So let's take 20.04 version. So next, this is T2 micro only. So select the prepare, which I have created already. So these are the default options, VPC and availability zone. So this is the auto assign public IP is enabled already. So no need to. So create security group. I'll just allow HTTPS and HTTP as well. So go to come down. So click on launch instance. So go to instances. So refresh. So it will take a few seconds. Meanwhile, go to second task. So after installing EC2 server, so now we need to install Docker as well as Docker Compose for our Flask application. So yeah, the server is up and running, ready. The server is ready now. So let's connect through SSH through Mobaxtem. Okay, click on S session. Click on SSH. So you need to give the public IP. So come down. I think. Okay. Here the public IP is here. So take that public IP. So you need to give here. So this is Ubuntu server. Give a name Ubuntu. Click on SSH settings. Select private key. So AWS key. Open. Click on OK. So it is connecting through the SSH port number in the backend. Okay, so we have connected successfully to the server. So let's update the server first of all. Sudo apt update. So I think I'll increase the font size. So this is okay, fine. So just clear the screen. Okay, fine. So now I need to install Docker as well as Docker Compose on the EC2 server. So let's take. So just give it here. The command call docker sh, enter. Next you need to take sh get docker sh. Do it here, enter. So now it is installing in the backend the Docker version in the EC2 server. So okay, let's wait until it's done. So next we need to verify Docker version in our server. Okay, so let's verify Docker version. Hyphen version. So our Docker version is 20.10.18. So as well as now we need to execute Docker Compose also. So let's take the curl command. Go to here. Do it here. Enter. As well as we need to give execution permission to the Docker Compose. So just give it here. So now let's verify the Docker Compose version also. the Docker Compose version is 1.29.2. It's the latest version, I think. So with this, we have completed the task 2. So let's get into task 3. So I'm creating one simple application with Python. So for that, I need to create one application with Python. So this is the from Flask import Flask. So I'm creating 2 images. So that's why I'm taking from Redis. You can import Redis. So have we given the Flask name to the app variable. So from the I'm taking the Redis. So the host is Redis, and I assign with the port number 6379. So I can give it with the variable Redis. So this is the root. So we can call it as a declarable. So it can trigger the URL. So with the allow function. Then I have given the counter variable also. So whenever the person hits the URL, then it will count the the number also. So whenever, so how many times you can hit, then it can count the numbers also. So this is the message I have given. It will appear in the web page and the web server browser. So this is our simple Flask application with Python. So for that, so I have let's go to task. So I have created the application py file. So now I need to dockerize the application. So for that, I will create a Docker file. So in order to create a Docker file, I need outside the Docker Hub images. So for that, I'll put the external images into the requirement.txt file. So for that, I am creating requirement.txt file separately. So I have taken the Flask as well as Redis images. So I have kept in the requirement.txt file. So if you suppose if you have need many external resources, just you can keep here with under requirement.txt file, so that it can access inside the Docker file while giving configuration inside the Docker file. So that's why I have created a requirement.txt file. So let's go to, I need to dockerize the app with the Docker file. So for that, I have taken the basic base image, Python image from Python. So this is the version. You can take it as per your requirement. And so the working directory, whenever we created container, so it will directly go into the working directory. So I have just given /code. So we can given as per your wish. So the next, I need to copy the requirement.txt file to the code, because I have configuring all the external resources into the requirement.txt. Then I need to copy this all into the code. So now I am running the pip install use for the configuration. So it will read the requirement.txt file and it will give catch, so that it can count the how many people can access. At last, this is the command. So dot means it implies that it has the app file, so that it can copy into the code. So at last, this is the command, application Python command. So we can giving with the command. So this is our code Docker file. So I have taken 2 images. So this is the Docker Compose file with an ML language. So I have taken 2 services. The service one is Redis from the dockerhub.com. So the image name is Redis /Redis mode. So when we then we need to create the container from the image. The container name is Redis. I have given the Redis only. So with the help of port, we can access the Redis. So I have given the 6379 port number to the Redis. So from the web, so this is the another one we can build. So we can build the image from dot. So I have given the dot. So because while creating the image, we have the syntax like docker image dot is there at the end of the syntax. So that's why I have given the dot. It will take the current folder from the image. So from the image we need to create container. So that's why I have given the container name web, and I can access it with the port number 5000. So let's give volume also with the current folder to the dot code it implies. So it will copy all the things. So it depends on Redis. So the web will work with the depends on Redis image. So this is the simple one I have created. So you can create as per your requirement, giving ports and volumes as well. So let's go to our server. Let's create all those things which I have explained now. Let's create our app file. So create one directory. So I'll create task demo. So let's verify. So flask demo is there. So change to directory flask demo. So verify any files are available. So no. So let's create our application app file. Sudo vi app.py. So I have created, right? So let's take this simple application Flask with Python. So okay. So I'll save this file by using escape colon wq enter. So this is the application with the Python Flask. So next I need to create another file to keep all the external resources. For that I need to create a requirement.txt file. So let's create sudo vi requirements.txt. Enter. Click on insert. So just type here Flask as well as Redis outside. Just save the file. Click on escape colon wq enter. So later I need to dockerize this application. So that's why I need to create a Docker file. So let's create sudo vi Docker file. Need to give D as the capital. Enter. Click on insert. This is our Docker file. Just I have explained. So let's take this code. Give it here. Okay. Just escape colon wq for saving this file in the VA editor. So at last I need to create Docker compose because I need to create one containers from the image. So for that, sudo vi docker compose .yaml, because it is written in YAML language. So let's enter. Click on insert. So this is our simple docker compose YAML file. Let's take this. Give it here. Escape colon WQ and save the file. So we have completed our task 3 also. So now we need to execute the docker commands on the EC2 machine. So we need to docker compose our resources. So for that I need to execute this command, docker compose up -d. Compose, just enter. Okay, permission denied. So I need to execute 2 commands because the docker group doesn't have the permission for the Ubuntu user. So let's take from the web, permission denied. Permission denied in docker. Okay, let's click the first URL. So I need to add the user to the docker group. Yeah, this is okay. Let's take this. Let's execute here. Command will add the Ubuntu user to the docker group so that I can execute without any error. I need to give permission also. So I need to give 666 permission. Let's take this. Okay, now enter. So let's take our docker compose up -d. Now just enter. So it is pulling from the Redis. So this is actually from the Docker Hub. So it is pulling from the Docker Hub officially. So let's take some time. So the size of this image is almost 270, 266 MB, because it has completely base image. So it doesn't have any dependencies. And we have given right Docker file. So Docker file also executing. So this is the step 1 from Python image. So it is pulling from the library Python. So this is the step 2. I have given working directory, right? So code it will taken from that, and it will copy all the resources and it go into the code, and it will run the pip install and it will read from the requirement.txt. So it will catch it. So these are the things which I have given in Docker file. So I have step 5. This is step 5. I have copied all the application file from the current folder to the code. So at last I am using the command Python command with the application.py to run the command at last. So finally we have created Redis as well as web successfully in the server. So go to our so let's execute this command to see the images. How many images are available in our server? Docker images. Enter. So I have 3 images right now, Python as well as Redis and web. So web and Redis lab we have created from the Docker Compose. So let's to check the containers, how many containers are available. So by using Docker PS. Docker PS. So we have 2 containers are running in our server now. Okay. So this is our task 4. So let's now access the web page by using public IP with the port number. So we can access our Flask demo web application with the 5000 port number. It will hit the server, and inside container it will hit the 5000 port number. So let's go to our so take this public IP in here, column 5000 port number, enter. It is taking time. The site page. Okay, okay, fine. So I need to give the enable the port number inside the server. So let's enable inside the server. Go to security. So click on this security group ID. Go to edit inbound rules. So just add our port number. Just give anywhere for the demo purpose. Let's save this file. So it has successfully modified. Okay. So let's refresh it. Yeah, it shows welcome to my web page. This web page has been invited one time. So let's refresh. So it will count the times also. So this is our web page with Flask application, simple web page. I can change this message by change the application in app.py file. So let's go to that file. Vi application.py. Let's enter. So click on insert. So go to this return. Change this message. Type some content. So save this file, escape, follow, WQ, enter. So let's verify our web server. So refresh it. So it shows that yeah, Krishna welcomes you to join. So this web page has been reviewed 3 times. So this is our last access the web page by public port number. We can also do the task. Remain last task is yeah, upload the image into Docker Hub. So we can take the backup our image, then we can upload into the, we can push the image to the Docker Hub. So for that I need to take backup.
You can show on web URL also in your account of Docker Hub later once it is uploaded. Shiva. Okay, yeah.
So now I need to take the backup of this image ID. So let's enter Docker PS. So I need to take this ID. So let's enter the command Docker copy. Do it here. So enter the name of the backup. Version V1. Version V1. So it has taken the backup now. So just go to our Docker Hub login. So let's create one repository for that. Store the image. So click on first URL. So create a separate repository for our image. So give a name like as a same name, version V1 backup. Okay, so Redis. Like give a Flask version like backup. You can give name like create. So now we can commit into the this Docker Hub convention name. So let's commit again. So Docker ID. So this is commit ID of our class. Copy this. Do it here. Need to give the convention name of the Docker Hub. So let's take this name. Let's give here. Enter. So it has taken successfully. So now let's verify the Docker images. So we have given the version V1 backup, right? So and also we have taken this from Docker Hub convention name. With the convention name we have already taken this. That is the latest. So let's push the Docker image to the Docker Hub. So let's type push and the convention name. Yeah, this is okay. Let's take the full command from here. Docker push Docker push. Give it here. Enter. Okay. So first we need to log in to the Docker Hub. So from the Docker Hub, then we need to push. Okay, we can able to push. So first login. Login. Username. Just give. This is the username. My username. The password. So I have succeeded to log in to the Docker Hub. So let's we can push. We can able to push without. So yeah, so it was done. So let's verify in our Docker Hub repository. Okay. So this is our latest version with Flask application here a few seconds ago.
Okay. Right.
So we
It's done,
can
right?
take this image from this command under the tags Docker pull. This is the convention. So the size is very low, 24.
Did you remove all the images from the current EC2?
No. Still it is in the.
You can clean it up and just download this and show that in the empty Docker engine. There is a command, right, to delete all the images and containers. PS command.
Okay.
Just clean up, then as a fresh image, you download that from your ID, from your repository, and show that. That is the image downloaded. That's all. You don't need to show the site, nothing.
Okay, let's remove everything containers as well as images from the EC2 server. So server 1. Okay. So let's take Docker PS. So we have two containers. Docker PS -aq. Enter. So these are the container IDs which are running in our server. So let me stop first of all the servers. For that Docker off think underscore give the same Docker hyphen aq, right? Enter. So it will, yeah, the thing has stopped the containers. Let's remove for remove same command dollar bracket Docker ps hyphen aq. Just enter. Okay, so let's verify whether the containers are not. Docker ps. So there are no
Nothing is there.
containers. Yeah. So let's remove the images as well.
Yes.
Docker images. Yeah. So there are 4, 5, yeah, 5 images available. So let's remove this by using, I think, Docker images -q. -q. I think it will take all the images ID. Yes. So let's remove help of Docker RMI underscore images -q. So just enter. Okay. So it has deleted all the images. Let's verify Docker. Yes. So everything is vanished, right? So I have deleted all the Docker containers and Docker images in the EC2 server 1. Okay, so can I just pull the Docker image in the EC2 itself?
Yes, you pull here and show that.
Okay.
Because it is a clean Docker engine, there is nothing. As a fresh one, you can download that.
Yeah, okay, let's go to take this command docker pull from the Docker hub. So just give it here, enter. So it is pulling from our Docker convention name from the Docker hub. So the status is latest version completed.
Yes.
So let's verify the Docker images first, whether it has available in our server. Yes, our Docker image is available. So let's let's see. So, okay. So we need to create container from this image. Okay, let's create the container from this image. So for that, Docker run create the container. This is the command docker run -it image id. Yeah, image id. So let's take this image id. Okay, let's enter. So this is a development server. Do not use it in a production deployment. Okay, use a production WSGI server instead.
It is restarting, right?
Yeah.
Container is restarting, right?
Yes.
Shiva?
I don't know. So we can use in a production with WSGI server, but this is a development server for the demo.
Shiva?
Yes, sir.
That is fine. That it takes some time because you have a Redis server, you have other containers also. Okay. Just I wanted you to download and show the image only, not the containers. Okay. You don't need to restart the container. Just Control C, you press it. You break the process and quit that.
Yeah.
Come out. Yes, that's enough. Yes, I'll stop the recording.